Good morning. Good morning. No introduction, no nothing. I'm just ready to get in it this morning. Wherever you are, this is the Journey to Winning Anyway Life. I'm your host, Life Pastor Kyle, for all things winning. And so come on in. Let me know that you're in and tag someone, let someone know. We won't be on this long. We want to just kind of come in and get some things going this morning and talk to you about this journey. I don't want any extras, any nothing. I just want to talk to you about loving this journey called life. So wherever you are, come on in. Come on in, drop yourself in, and let somebody know. Then tag someone, let them know that we're on and that we are pushing through this morning to make some things happen in life. It's about your life now, so you have to do that in this era. So come on in. I see you, Tamisha Figaro. To one of the car, I see you. How you doing? I see Job Bruce. Good morning. Good morning. Y'all, it's going to be a good one today. It's an awesome Friday, and we're entering into another realm of our life. You know what I mean? Like we're getting through with this first quarter. Hello, Canvas Booker, Sap, Mr. Tamla Ricks, Andrea Thomas. People having birthdays and celebrations. Happy birthday to all of y'all who are in June. Amazing people, I call you. All well. Hello, Ivan Rice. Enjoyed chatting with y'all yesterday. Listen, wherever you are, let someone know. Tag and let them know we're online, that we're not playing today. Everything is well. We're online and we're pushing through to bless some people today. Is my mic well? That's what I want to know. Ernest Butler, God bless you. I just put the mic on this morning. I didn't connect anything else. Hello, Manny Saeed. Hello, Carlos. I see you as well. Y'all come on in. It's going to be a fabulous lesson. I won't keep y'all long on the introduction. Thank you. I will jump past all of that and take y'all into somewhere that's going to be pretty amazing today. And so, hello, Shanette Marshall, Hurt Shorter. I see all those names tied to that. Thank you. Thank you. I'm glad y'all are well. Listen, I want to talk about loving this winning anyway life. I want to talk about loving the journey that you're on. You know, the journey called life. I really want to make sure y'all are good. I want to make sure y'all are well in this journey called life. And so, Chris Blake, it's going to be kind of tight this morning, but it's going to be real refreshing. Hey, First Lady, there she is right there. Her last day of summer school. And that's amazing in itself. Completed another year. And so we'll be doing some phenomenal things together, some 2B1, some sessions, and because it's the last day of summer school, but we have to get some things done. Got it? So hope y'all are ready for what life is going to do. Tisa Collier, I see you out there. You got the travel bug again, getting ready to travel. Come on, y'all. Listen, we've been on for 3 minutes, so I want to go ahead. I'll greet others as they come in, but I want to get you ready for what we're going to do. Loving this journey called, I call it loving the journey called life. Hey, Deja Young, I see you as well. I called it that because I was thinking about some things yesterday, and it was really good, but then it got to the point where it was different. And hey, Nia Bolden. And I just start dropping. Can I ask you a question? Yesterday was a phenomenal day, but it turned into a spiritual warfare day. Before we get going fully good, was there anyone yesterday that you had this battle of breaking through something, small or big? Seemed like it was small. I want to tell you it's really big. And if you're here today and you got a smile on your face this morning, then you broke through. Anybody that was dealing with something just strange yesterday and seemed like it wasn't off, like way off. It was just off enough for you to know I had to fight to remain to be me. I had to adjust me to make sure I remained perfect in who. I see Manny Saeed said me. Just type me if it was you. Kanika Adams Trier, good to see you. And so I had to fight to be me. Just taking on, not losing myself, not throwing myself to the wolves, not going crazy and adjusting. Hey, Emery Shelvin, Andrea Thomas said me, not letting someone have a piece of my mind that would end up having me in a moment that may cost me more than I want to pay. You know, just kind of off a little bit. Just kind of, I see a few people. Tamisha Figaro said me. Mabel said me. Deja said me. And that's why my post turned to spiritual warfare yesterday. I didn't know what it was. I thought it was just me. And then the Lord dropped this lesson in my spirit. And so I started cutting my other lesson away, coming back to this lesson. Hello, Geraldine. Brittany Blake said me. I see y'all. And so I wanna throw this lesson at you and see what we come up with this morning, real quickly. Loving the journey called life. I see you see the tic tac toe behind me, and what it simply says is that sometime in life you may not have the opportunity to win, but you will play the game well. Hey, Takashi Haynes, and you may not always win at love. You may not always win at life. But if you are mature enough, hey, Maria Briscoe, you will learn. You see the tic tac toe. You see somebody was playing and somebody they didn't win, but they learned. And sometime in life and in love, you will mature enough to win. If you don't win, you'll mature enough to learn. You got it? And sometimes learning is enough in your life. Let me go forward. We have to stop making a moment a whole life manifestation. What's up, Roy Sales? You have to stop making a moment a whole life manifestation. What do you mean? You have to stop allowing a moment to be something you get locked into your whole life. And it's okay if it's a positive moment, but you can't live there too long. Because if it's a positive moment that you make a part of your life and you live there, eventually the moment will fade. And if the moment fades and you're stuck there, you'll fade as well. Okay, I'll go a little further. If the moment becomes irrelevant and you're stuck in the moment, then you become irrelevant with the moment. And so you have to not allow yourself to get stuck in a moment as if it's a whole life manifestation. Now, if it's a negative moment, you should evaluate it, but don't revisit it. I talk to people often in counseling and coaching and pastoring and preaching and teaching and spiritual fathering and all those things. If I talk to them and when they revisit it, their emotions go there, their feelings go there, their pain comes back, then I realize that they've locked into the moment and not realizing that they have a whole life of manifestation left. And you will end up losing momentum on the journey if you get locked into one moment. Once you lose momentum, you will lose time. Once you lose time, time is, I see you, Geraldine, time is money. Y'all, I'm sorry. Like, share, and tag the post. Let somebody know that we're on, and so they can get this word, so they can stop being frustrated in moments and get on with manifestation. I'm just trying to jump in. Listen, during my birthday, this moment was also applied to me after yesterday's spiritual warfare, kind of typing and talking. I had a situation in my birthday where my wife, she understands that I do budgets. And I like to have budgets for everything before the moment. There's no such thing as creating a budget for a moment. That's not discipline. You create a budget before the moment, so when the moment comes, it's already covered and there's no stress. You got it? Geraldine said, I've been in the conversation. I'm just trying to give you some clarity on where we are. And so since I have my birthday was here. And again, thank y'all for everything you did. Good morning, Ashley. She knows I have a budget. And she also knows that I have a budget for birthdays and for everything. My wife has no budget for birthdays. Okay. So I had to dealing with a moment versus manifestation because personally, I was not going to do what she wanted to do because I'm working on something else inside of a budget. So she saved and created and allocated her own to make sure that she gave me what she wanted me to have. And I had to not be frustrated about her doing what she wanted to do for me because it was outside of my budget. So I had no reason. Now watch this. Because I wouldn't do it for me, I felt like she shouldn't do it for me. My God, that hit somebody right there. Somebody should have got that one because I wouldn't do it for me. Listen, I see 34 of you on here. Only 14 of you have liked or love it. Please just, if you're not going to say anything, if you're a pastor, if you're a visitor, if you're a stalker, whatever, if you're going to come on, at least just hit the like or the love button to let Facebook and let me know that someone was on. This is viable. This is good for someone. So just hit the button and say, I like it or I love it or smile or whatever. Just, let me know that you were here. Don't just come in and start commenting and not speak when you come into the room. Please do that. Thank you. Okay. So she used her own budget because I would not. Hey, Karen Ricks, I would not do it for me. I felt like she should save her money and we do something else since I wouldn't do it. I placed my stipulations of life and budgets on her, which is really wrong, Canvas Book of Sap. So because she paid for it, I had to literally delete what I felt about the situation. I'm going to my lesson, loving the winning journey called life. I'm going there. Hello, Angela Roberts. Good to see you. I inboxed you something like 2 weeks ago, and you responded to the one thing. Go back to your inbox. It's encouraging, and you're encouraging me as well. Listen, so she had planned this whole day. As y'all know, my favorite place is Post Oak. So we had a few days at the Post Oak. Hey, Tasha Jackson. And she had planned this whole 4-hour massage session for me. And in the session, watch this, I'm going somewhere. In the session, we had the lunch at, Willie G's, and then dinner at Mastro's, and then a couple of days I had other things planned. Then we had poolside service and all this kind of stuff, and we had cars to take us places. And then she had this whole massage session planned out for me. And I knew it was, above my budget that I would like to pay it all for me. I would pay it for her, but not for me. But in the session, they found stress and tension in one of my shoulders. I knew I had it, but someone who's a professional found it. Y'all getting quiet on me. Someone who's a pro at what they do found the tension and stress. I asked them, how can I get rid of this stress? Hello, Veronica Galilee. And they said, you must go to a chiropractor, but we're going to still work on you. Right? But I didn't leave the session. I'm going to help somebody. I didn't leave the session that was already paid for, already covered, because they found an issue. I had to love the journey of my life through the pain. Am I helping somebody? So they worked around the pain. Good morning, Raquel Kyle. They worked around the pain so I would enjoy the session. Come on, Maria. It was through the pain that I learned about what to do next. They gave me instructions on how. They weren't just body rubbers. They were professionals. They learned, Carlos, what to do next and where to go next. So I learned to love the journey through the pain. I had to deal with the pain to enjoy the rest of the journey. I couldn't throw away the whole session, the whole massage session, because of the fact they found an issue. And there are some people right now, I want to encourage you. Good morning, Daniette. I want to encourage you. Don't throw away the issue because of a little pain. Work around the issue. And see, I'm still looking at 38 people, 25 loved or liked it. Know what that means? I know what it means. Let me give you some points, and I'm going to be done today. You ready? So when you are dealing with loving the winning journey called life, when you're dealing, thank you, Gerald. When you're dealing with this life that you're in and you have situations, Andrea Washington, you have to keep pushing beyond where you are. I'm trying to wonder, I'm trying to float through. I'm leaving that alone. I'm getting to the lesson. I'm going to leave that alone, stay in my lesson. Hello, Denai. Good to see you. So you have to push through situations. Number one, what you have to do, if you're going to love the winning journey called life, if you're going to love the life that you have and where you are, in spite of the pain, in spite of the stress, in spite of what's going on. I'm helping Maria. Thank you. Number one, here we go. Number one, for your scribes. Number one, you have to take care of your physical and your mental health. You have to take care of your physical and your mental health. And you have to do it through a few things. This is be straight. You have to do it through exercise. Does not mean you have to intentionally go exercise. What it means is you have to put your mind into a frame to realize I'm already walking to work, so I must count the steps. I'm already walking to this. I have to count what I do. I have several watches. I have one Rolex and then a few other nice watches, but y'all got me wearing this Apple Watch, which I didn't want. God bless you, Pat Lee. We praying for you and the family. Listen, I had to put this on so I can be mindful of what I'm already doing. You got it? And apply what I'm already doing to little things I can do. Somebody type the word better. Type the word better. So you have to do it through exercise. You have to do it through, I had healthy, then I put a line through it. Hey, Shay Williams. You do it through balanced eating. I'm not saying you have to diet and not eat or anything like that. I'm saying you simply have to do a balance of both. You have to have a balance in your life so you can make sure that everything in your life goes well, not just in your moment right now, but in your future. Okay, are y'all with me? So exercise, you have to do it through balanced eating, and then self-care. Here we go now. I see you, Deja Young. Y'all ready now? You have to do it through self-care. What's self-care? That's self-care by creating a guilt-free, safe space for yourself. That's how you take care of your physical and your mental health, by creating a guilt-free, safe space for yourself. Yeah, that's it. That's number one. I'll come back to it intertwined with something else. Then number two, if you want to begin to love your winning journey called life, I mean love your life, you have to be adaptable and willing to change. If it's necessary. Yeah, I see Kanika Adams Trigg. I see Ashley. I see y'all typing better. I see Tisa better. Ernest Butler better. Listen, better is where you're on the way to in your life. That's where we're on our way to. So number two, you have to be adaptable and willing to change the course if it's necessary, if it's beneficial, and if it's profitable. You got it? I'm coming. Okay, the numbers are up now. Y'all people, numbers are kind of matching who's on here. That's good. Wonderful thing. Thank you so much. Be adaptable, be willing to change the course if it's necessary, if it's beneficial, and if it is profitable. You got it? Because if it's necessary, change. If it's beneficial for you, change. If it's profitable for you, change, or at least adapt. You cannot waste life on the unnecessary. Jesus. That was good right there. Yeah. You can no longer waste life on the unnecessary. Hello, Angela Jackson. So number one, take care of your physical, mental, and your mental health. Number two, be willing to change if it's necessary. Number three, can we go a little deeper and going quickly, y'all? Number three, if you're going to love this journey called life, especially your winning anyway life journey, you have to focus. I'm switching up right here. You have to. Y'all doing good on numbers. Thank y'all so much. I appreciate you for sharing, and tagging. Focus on your strengths and work to improve your weaknesses. Most people just expose their strengths to everyone, and they hide their weaknesses. When I was typing this, I was like, nah, this ain't gonna work. This ain't gonna work. This ain't gonna work. I gotta get this right. You cannot just hide your weaknesses, because you used to hide them and then you would ignore them, and they remain weaknesses too long. And then once life exposes them to everyone, then you have a bigger issue. So you need to focus on your strengths and work to improve your weaknesses. Don't hide them anymore. Work to improve them, because sometimes you have to be honest about what you're working on. All business people, hear me very well. If you are honest about what you're working on, you will honestly attract the help you need to be successful in that area, only when you're honest about what you're working on. You have to honestly be honest, so you will honestly attract the help you need to help you successfully succeed. That's nice right there. Yeah, you got to be honest about where your weakness is. I didn't say expose it. I just said be honest about improving it. So as you improving it, you will attract who and what you need that will help you successfully succeed. Let's go back to the other point I made. This is what I meant when I talked about having setting a safe space for yourself, a guilt-free safe space. This is the place where the atmosphere is pure. This is the place, it's an environment where people in your life have been properly vetted. Oh, properly vetted. Yeah. I mean, you know who's around you. Your atmosphere is set and it's pure for you to have issues. I'll come to where we're going next. We'll get there in a minute. So number one, You have to take care of your physical. Take care of you first. Take care of you first. And then be willing to adapt or change whatever you find while taking care of you. That's fine. Hey, Fidelia, good to see you. Hey, Aaron. And then number 3, focus on your strengths and improve your weaknesses. Don't get stuck in a moment of celebrating your strengths. All the moves I see, I used to hate to see people bouncing in the boxing ring, jumping up and bouncing and all that. Like if they won and people start pointing. And the minute they turn around, they get knocked out because they're celebrating a moment and not realizing that the match is not over. Oh, that's good right there. So here's number 4. Number 4. You ready? In order to love the journey that you're on, it's your life. You have to love it. I'll explain more a little bit in just a minute. You have to stay organized and manage your time effectively. Yeah, you got to manage your time effectively because only you know what your time is worth to you. Got it? You cannot allow low-level living others to dictate what you're worth in this season. I wasn't being harsh. I'm just saying you can't allow people who don't understand your sacrifice or go through to dictate what you're worth based on what they've been through. Only you know what you've been through. Hey, Valencia, good to see you. Only you know what you've been through and can dictate what your time is worth to you. Let's go a little further. That's good, Emery. Thank you, man. Thank you. Somebody like what I'm saying. Somebody understands where I'm going. Listen, you have to love your journey enough not to allow unvested, I'm going somewhere, I'll help you in a minute, unvested people to dictate your life and the value of you. Woo. That was kind of good. You have to not allow unvested. Why would you say that? Don't sound right. I know. I'm speaking in stock terms. Unvested people to dictate your life and the value of you. Let's go a little further. I'll help you. Hey, Gene Pouncey. In stock, vested is a person who can act on something because they've proven to understand the value by putting themselves into it. Okay? When a person is vested, or you say fully vested, they've already put in what it takes to have a say-so, even in the meeting. Hey, Tarika Hood, even in a meeting or in a voting, they have a right because they're vested or fully vested. Got it, Manny? No, not discernment, Manny. Not discernment. That's not discernment. I'm saying you have to have the discernment about the person, but you got to make. I'll give it to you. I give it to you. Discernment, you have to have it, but right here, watch how it turns. An unvested person is one that will act or sell after a period has passed or an event has occurred. So a person that's unvested is somebody who responds after the fact, after some time has passed or after an event. And here's what's funny. After time or after a big event, people always overvalue things based on what they've experienced in a moment. Vested people are the people who stayed around your life for the hell, who when you had to endure, endured with you. When you cried, they cried with you. When you laughed, they laughed with you. And so those are the people that when you eat, they should eat with y'all. Okay, y'all didn't get that. Y'all didn't get that. So that's why you have to create an atmosphere of people who understand who you are based on what you've been through, based on what you're going through, based on what you've survived, and then based on who you are. Point number 5, and my last major point right here. Number one, good morning, Daquan. Number 1, take care of your mental and physical health. Number 2, be willing to adapt and change if necessary, beneficial, and profitable. Number 3, focus on your strengths and improve your weaknesses. What's up, Marvin Kyle? What's up, cuz? How you doing? Listen, and then number 4, stay organized and manage your time effectively because only you know the value of what you've been through. Number 5, last one in this number section. Here we come, Ernest Butler. Number 5, stay motivated. Keep yourself motivated. What's up, Chris Wells? And don't lose sight of your vision. Okay? Don't lose sight of your vision. You may have to adjust the people you're around. I'm coming to this again. You may have to adjust the people that you are around because they may block your vision or block your view. Because everyone will not understand your vision. Everybody will never understand your goals. No one will ever understand all that you're trying to do. So you have to adjust as understanding is exposed. You have to know the difference in people who are meant for your moments and people who are meant for your journey. Did I get it right? Daquan's already in. He in there. I guess I come on, Cam, look us out. You have to know the difference in people who are meant for your moments and people who are meant for your journey. There are people who are meant, like, okay, I like restaurants. I like nice restaurants, Topeka Hood. So the servers, they're only meant to be good as I'm serving them at that moment. They're not meant to know my business or my life. They're not meant to know how much I make. They're not meant to know how I got my car. That's not their business. Their job is to serve me where they are, and my job is to bless them at that moment. And I'm learning exactly who are meant for my moments and who the people are that are meant for my journey. Okay. Hello, Vivian Zink. So sometimes when people get it confused because they want to be a part of your journey, but they're not journey minded, they're only moment minded, then you have to cover your own anointing. You got it? You have to protect your own anointing because they may not understand and they're not willing to understand. But when you love the journey called life, the winning journey called life, you have to understand that everybody can't go on your journey, and they should not want to go on your journey because they all have their own journey. There are certain people God have strategically placed in your life who are meant for your journey. And when the sooner that they know where they are meant for your journey, if they're journey people, the sooner they begin to prosper. How do you know when people don't understand that? Because when they get on the journey, you have to be spiritually now Manny. Now type the word Manny. Now type the word Manny. Manny Saeed. Now type that word. Now you're in where it is. After you properly evaluated and vetted, now is the time that you trust God and you have to use all your discernment. You got to use all your discernment, because when people feel like they should be a part of your journey, they have to allow you to make them a part of the journey. They can't just decide they're going to be a part of the journey, especially when they don't know what your goals are or what your life is about. Are y'all following me? I'm going to take a tip and go to the side. Listen. So here is where it changes. It's where people try and figure out. Thank you, Manny. I see you. People try and figure out what you're about. When their motive is not pure, then you realize they were only moment people. Because let me prove it to you. When people are complete and whole within themselves, got it? When people are whole and complete within themselves, I'm going to take you somewhere. Tearing you down is never their motive. People in this day tend to want to give you motive versus intentions. If your motive, intentions, and actions are not aligned, then you are naturally or spiritually schizophrenic. Okay. You can't slap me and cuss me out, disrespect me, dishonor me, and then tell me these words: I love you. They don't go together. Your intentions and your motives need to lie. Y'all got quiet on me now. Nobody's typing. When people are complete and whole within themselves, when there's no battle within themselves, then tearing you down is not their motive. What, Brittany? What did I say? I'm just saying, tearing you down is never their motive. It's never their motive. Let me tell you what the motive is. When people are whole and complete within themselves, loving you through your issue is the motive. Supporting you through the issue is the motive. It's the blessing for your life. It's the people who stay when you're having an issue and they don't create more issues. Listen, today is Friday. It's the last day of June. We're closing out the first half of the year, preparing for the second half of the year. I want you to close out this year so strong, or this month so strong, that the first half does not have permission to come into your second half. Everything must be properly vetted to continue in your life. I want you to type these letters if you're willing to make this commitment. Here it is. If you're willing to make this commitment, if you're willing to make this commitment, if you're going to commit to, number one, loving yourself. Number two, you're going to commit to loving others. Number three, you're going to commit to loving them. Why do you say them? Because when you say others, you didn't include them. You disincluded them. God wants you to love you, love others, and love them. If you are committing to that today to prepare for the best in 6 months of 2023, just type the words, the letters LLL. I'm committed to loving me, loving others, and loving them. Now, the love you're giving is the love of God because you're not expecting a return back. I see you, Daquan, loving you. I see you, Tisa, loving others and loving them. And you know who them, that's wrong, but it sounds right. You know who loving them is. So how do I set, I see you, Mr. Tam, I see you, Raquel, I see you, Dion. How do I commit to loving them? Let me get through, y'all. How do I commit to loving me, others, and them? It's easy. You create that personal space inside of you as well as outside of you. I see you, Donna Blunt. You create that personal space inside of you as well as outside of you. I see you, Ivan. See, your personal atmosphere is just as important as your personal goals. Remember earlier I mentioned that guilt-free space, that safe space. Dr. John Holmes, God bless you, man. He said I needed that. Bless you, man. I'm that's my goal, to give what's needed if I can. Good to see you, sir. God bless you. Listen, that guilt-free space, that Dr. Philip Walter, good to see you. That guilt-free space, that safe space will provide, watch this now. I want you to get this, y'all. I know y'all dressing for work, but get this, Manning. That guilt-free space, that safe space of people and atmosphere that allow you to be you while you communicate what the issue is or the problem is. Or watch this, while you're having a full birthday, while you have the finest hotel in Texas, whatever, while you're doing all those things and you find pain, the person that allows you to express the pain but don't mess up the moment, that's your guilt-free space. That is your safe space. That space, hear me, y'all, all y'all business owners and all that. That space provides you with freedom to create with no limits. All y'all creatives, it allows you to create with no limits because you understand that if something does not produce the way you desire or the way you want it to produce or the way you need it to produce, you understand that you have a community that will support you in the moment, but won't let you give up. You have a community that will push you to continue in the moment of life until you win. They won't let you just throw in the towel. They won't let you call it quits because that's the community and safe space of people that you've built. And because you built that space around you, for you, and with them, for them and you, they know your value. They know what you've put into it. So they won't let you sacrifice all you sacrifice, Tasha. Hey, see it. Good to see you, man. They won't let you sacrifice all of that and then throw in the towel. Your community creates a guilt-free space and a safe space to help you understand how you can love this winning journey called life. That's what happens. Let me close. That's why you have to align yourself with those kind of people, those vested people. Got it? So in order to create the change that's needed to align your life the way you desire, You have to create that safe space. So when there's a problem, that's where you go. When there's an issue, that's where you go. 9 times out of 10, when there is an issue, you don't have to go far because they're already present. Because that's what God does to create a life that you can love. You can't expect people to love your life when you don't love your life yourself. Come on. So you have to begin to authentically love the journey that you're on. Let me give you one more tip and we're out of here. You don't have to love all. Remember, I told you I had the massage, I had Willie G's, I had Mastro's, I had Car, I had, Post Oak Hotel, big sunken tub, view across the city, breakfast on the floor, all kind of stuff. But I still had some pain. You got it, Tamla Ricks? I still had some pain in my shoulder that they kind of found the inflammation. And even in the massage, they kind of raised it up. But then they showed me how to get rid of it and how to deal with it. In this life, you have to understand as you align your life the way you desire, you have to begin to authentically love the journey that you're on in spite of some of the situations. You don't have to love everything on the journey, but you need to give your love and your heart to your life's journey. I'm talking to somebody. You need to stop giving yourself to everybody else. You are covering something, and a wound that's covered never heals properly. It must be exposed, get light and air. You deserve to give your love, your life, your own love. You deserve to love yourself sometimes. You deserve to give your heart and your all to your life's journey. I'll say it like this. You need to love you too. You want everybody else to love you, but you don't love you. Every conversation is about what you don't like about you. If you don't love and embrace whatever the issues are or whatever the problem is, then you'll begin to make decisions, here I come, Maria, based on your frustrations and not your goals and not your faith. Your choices need not be made based on what you don't like. You know, relationships, women and men alike, they will end up picking someone based on who they had and did not like. Okay, y'all miss. I'm gonna run out. I'm gonna run out here and I'm gonna run back. I'm gonna run in the rain and run back. If you love someone and they didn't love you right, then you end up trying to find out what their issue is, and you pick someone just like them without that issue, hoping you can replace the love you think you've lost. Number 2. Or if you found someone that didn't love you right, then you try and find someone like them to love you right, to validate that you are worth it. Because you place your validation on someone else's approval. Which means you never found the time to really evaluate and inspect your own life and see what you love about yourself. When in reality, when you had relationships and they've been, big relationships, and then they did not work, then you need not find someone like that person. You need to first evaluate who you have become out of that situation after being healed. Because if you aren't healed, I'm going to say it, y'all know where I'm going, you will marry the help. You will end up in a relationship with the help because you've not learned who you are after you begin to love you. You've not learned who you become. You've not learned the mature person. You're no longer in high school. You're no longer in college. You're now a full-fledged adult with kids and a career. And here you are trying to find someone to match who you were because you've never taken time to look at the woman or the man that you become. You're no longer the kid. You now have experience. You have emotions. You have heart. And you end up marrying somebody who could change your light bulb real good, or could change the oil in your car, or someone who spent a few dollars to take you to eat at a restaurant that you've never been to. And all of a sudden now you're ready to get married to that person, and you married them, and all they can do is go to restaurants. All they can do is change your tire. All they can do is change your lights. Now you're in a relationship with someone that can't meet the rest of the need because you've now become a big heart, and they can only meet one piece of you because you married somebody to fulfill something, or have relationship with somebody to fulfill something that someone else left open. And you've not taken the time to look at who you really are as a total person. You have to learn to love the winning journey called life. You have to love yourself enough to see who you are in the moments that you move in your life. Stop asking everybody to get excited and support your goals and dreams when you are not excited about them. Have to be excited about your own dreams. You have to do the word that you say you want. You have to become that word. So you have to begin to love your life's journey, no matter how difficult it is, how frustrating it is. Watch this. I'm done at this. I promise. Listen. When you see difficult in your own life and you only see difficult, then that's where the problem is. See, Geraldine, when you see the difficult and the love and growth in your life, you don't see it. That's when you have to shift your life because you're focusing the wrong direction. You got it? You have to love your life no matter how difficult it is. You have to be able to see the negative, but face the positive in your life enough to endure until change comes. Don't allow anything to keep you from enduring until change comes. Got it? The fact is, you have to focus on having the love for your own winning anyway life journey. You have to focus on it. You can't allow you seeing negative. I listen to people talk, and if everything they say is from a negative place, I realize that's where they've buried their self and their foundation. There's no way you can be a positive person and everything you say is negative. Everything you focus on is something that's wrong. At some points in your life, you have to be able to see the positive while you endure the pain, because you'll miss what's happening in the moment trying to focus on what's wrong, and you'll miss everything that's right. That's when you know you're in position to shift your life and focus on this journey called life. And it's not just a journey, it's a winning anyway life journey. It's not for a season for me. As you see, we've been doing this 8 years, winning every Friday. I'm saying win. Every Friday, I'm saying win. You have not seen a losing season yet. You may know about it. What's up, Isaac Scott? Good to see you, sir. You may know about some things. You thought it was a loss. No. It was just to learn. It was just to learn. It couldn't become that. The tic-tac-toe, I told you. See that? You think somebody lost. You think the Hearts won and the X's lost. Here's the reality of it is. If the X's learn, they can win. But when they win, they got to win from the heart. Oh, y'all don't get it. You can't just win because you go through. Got it? You may not always win in love. You may not always win in life. But if you mature, you will eventually learn something. Listen, this is Life Pastor Kyle. I've had a wonderful day with you guys this morning. I want to encourage you to love your winning anyway life journey. There's a lot of things that happen between January and June. This is the last day. Bless you, Andrea Thomas. It's the last day of June. I want to encourage your heart to go ahead and release whatever it is. Let it go. Bless you, man. You're still here. Good to see you. I know you got work to do this morning. I know that. I want to encourage you, to push your way past. Thank you so much. Push your way beyond where you are. Prepare for a new life in July. Don't start a new life July 1st, and then by July 5th, you back to the same person. Come on. You got to do better. It's a journey. You can't keep U-turning and expect to get anywhere. As I say all the time, listen, this is the journey to a winning anyway life. And no matter what happens in your life, you have to know you can win anyway if you just keep pushing and making things happen. And you have to love the journey you're on. You can't be mad about it, because if you're mad about it, everything you do on it will come from that place of frustration and anger. And listen, and you can't be holding offense, because if you hold offense, if offense will taint even your love, offense will taint even your positive outview or outlook. Offense will taint your view. So everything you do will still come from that place that's been tainting all those. You will not get a clear vision. Set yourself a safe space. Create an environment of people who love you no matter what. Then you're free to create who you're going to be, and knowing they have your back. It's an amazing day to love yourself. Then let others love you. Don't make them love you. Let other people love you because you love yourself. This is Life Pastor Kyle signing out. Have a wonderful Friday. God bless. As I say, no matter what happens in your life, you can't win anyway. Peace.